Cruise.tv is an invite-only network for TV crew and production. Members are vouched for by one another and have a minimum of 10 years experience. So the concept is that when you come here, you can be assured that you're getting the very best in the part of the world that you're looking at. It's local people everywhere, and we're not just a website that has a listing. You can list for free and have representations in different countries. To get in, it's very hard. So when you do look through the people here, you can be assured that you are dealing with the very best. NZ Cruise New Zealand, Oz Cruise Australia, Asia Cruise for Southeast Asia. We are working on other territories, so please keep an eye out. The forum is where the freelancers have a chat. And obviously, to best keep in touch with us, I suggest you sign up to the newsletter. There's always some very interesting things. We'll start in New Zealand. New Zealand is 10 years old. We've been networking way before Facebook and Twitter and the likes. So here we are. You're looking at the best that New Zealand has to offer. These are all freelancers. They're all available for you to work on a contract basis. And the concept here is to have a look around. So you can quickly navigate through the different people and have a good look as to who they are and what they do. You want to see more? Well, of course you can just view their profile, or better yet, you could just double click and have a look. Every single freelancer has customized their own profile. So they can order these around, they can put pictures in whatever order they want, and it's quite good because it gives you a really good idea of the sort of people they're dealing with, the gear they use, the people they work with, and the sort of jobs that they do. And Jeff here is a very well accomplished adventure cameraman. He's probably one of the best in New Zealand, so it's good to have him on board. So you want to send Jeff a message? No problem. Just hit send a message. This will send him an email. If you want to learn more, you will have to sign up, and that's not such a bad thing. Just to quickly look through, you can see his category. You can see he's experienced. He's been a member with us since day one. He's one of the founding members, as you can see. He's had 617 views. Now, that's only since we've launched a new site, which was in February of 2009. 7 people have hotlisted. We'll get to that in a second. And there's 5 people in his work group. His work group is quite larger. He's probably just hasn't had a chance to get around to it. Now, work group is quite good because it gives you an idea of who they've worked with. With me, he's worked 10 plus times. Should modify that's probably a lot more. And with Hamish, he's worked 50 times. But it also gives you an idea of who he's endorsed, the people he's brought in. So, for example, you can have a look at Ben's profile. And Ben, his work group, sponsored by Jeff. So it gives you a real good sense of how the networks fit, who they endorse, who they don't endorse. You know, there's 150 members on the site. You know, Jeff's only recommended a handful of people. You know, it gives you a good sense of things. So how do you want to, what happens when you sign in? And that's the key thing. So all you have to do is put in your first name, last name, email address, enter, and that's it. You're in. So I'll just do that now. Once you've entered your information, click remember me so you never have to do it again. We log in. Now I've logged in as a crew, so I do have a few additional privileges, but this will give you a sense of what happens when you do log in. So now you have access to his details, and you can send an email and direct rather than just going through the internal system, or you can go through through to his website. You also have access to his mobile phone number. But this is the interesting part. So let's send a message. Notice the very first thing, send an SMS. Now when you join, we give you 50 free, and just keep adding them on as you go. We don't make any money off of it. We just build them through as they cost. So you can send them an SMS and simultaneously send a email, but also you can attach a file. Now this is quite useful because you can send call sheets, and not just to Ben, but you can add as many people as you like. It's unlimited. So it should save you time and it should save you money. Eventually, we'll be able to allow you to put them into groups so you can have different shows set up. So, for example, you can have your shooting crew for one particular show, or your A-list cameraman, for example, or the list goes on. You get the idea. Just to bring you through the rest of it very quickly, you can search for crew. That's pretty self-explanatory. It all shows up. Everything is in there. What's interesting is probably a little bit further down is your specialties. So you can actually, if you're looking for sailing cameraman in Auckland, you've got two people who specialize in it, and that's quite important. And I know for a fact these two guys are world class. They get flown all over the world to shoot sailing, so that's a pretty important feature on our site. Facilities will tell you what sort of companies are based here. Now remember, even facilities need to be vouched for, meaning they need to know someone on the site. We don't just let anybody sign up. So, for example, we'll just go with Rocket, who's probably one of the bigger companies here. So they're a full service company. Go through the website. This is always meant to be a portal website. And there you have it. One of my favorite features is the hot list. What I like about the hot list, and in this particular case I've got quite a few people here, is that so these are the people that I call hot, and I want them at a moment's notice. I don't have to go in the recent or updated list. I don't have to go do a crew for search every single time. These are the people I use on a regular basis. So if I'm going to mail someone, I can hit Paul, Dan, and Nick, and there you go. They're my people. But this is the fun part. Let's say the people that you do use are not on my list. They're not part of NZ Crews. Well, too easy. Just enter their first name, last name, email, and mobile. They don't even need to know about it. You can just hit save and you can have them in there in your profile. Or you can invite them to join NZ Crews and say, hey, you should be a part of this because I love this system so much. It's quite a nice viral way of us marketing ourselves, so we quite like it. In any case, there they are. I've finished, and badoom. Now, you're not just limited to New Zealand in your hot list. As you can see, I have Derek, who's in Bangkok, and I've got Simon, who's in Australia, because they live on the other websites. And notice my login still carries through. Here are all the Australians who are recently updated. There's much more. These are just the ones who've updated in the last 2 days. And of course, our colleagues in Asia. And it's quite good because if you want to know everybody in these certain areas, here we go. We have Scott in Beijing. And he hasn't filled out his details. He's a new member to us, so it's quite good. But you certainly see that he's a very busy man. So, very good. Hope you've enjoyed our very brief tour. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to contact us. And if I could leave on one thought, that is, sign up to our newsletter.